Hi friends, welcome to YouTube channel. Today we are going to learn leverage and different types of leverage. First of all, why we have to learn the concept of leverage. Let me explain. Suppose if a person came to you and he said he want to start a theater for which 50 lakhs is needed and paying rent for month is compulsory and he has a nearly 60 lakhs amount, so he can invest. But this is COVID time where the revenue for the theaters are much lesser when compared to previous period, and he said this was a risky whether it is beneficial to invest or not. To say it is beneficial or not, first we have to learn the concept of leverage. And to decide whether it is risky or not, we have to learn the concept of leverage. First of all, what is leverage? Leverage is derived from science, which means influence of one force from other. It is nothing but use of one financial variable to create on other financial variable. What is financial variable? Anything which is expressed in terms of money is called financial variable. So, leverage explains how change in sales create changes in earning before interest and tax, earning EPS and EBT. So, leverage explain how change in sales create changes in EBIT, EPS and EBT and about fixed cost. There are three types of leverage: operating leverage, financial leverage, combined leverage. You have asked your uncle, what is the revenue and what is the cost? He said, I may get 10,000 per show and variable cost will be 50% and fixed cost will be 3,000. And so if we get 10,000, sales will be sales 10,000 and variable cost will be 5,000 and contribution 5,000, fixed cost 3,000, EBIT equal to 2,000. When he gets 11,000, variable cost will be 5,500, fixed cost will remain same and he will get EBIT 2,500. If your sales are increased by 10%, EBIT will increase 25%. How? Leverage explain this only. Fixed cost is incurred without with or without increasing sales. So leverage explain use fixed cost to benefit. Use fixed cost to benefit. So if sales are increased, fixed cost will not be increased and variable cost only will be increased and remaining amount will go to shareholders. So use fixed cost, high fixed cost if sales are high. That means if sales are high, use fixed cost. We are going to learn the concept of operating leverage. First of all, what is operating? Operating cost. The cost which is incurred from operations. For example, for cinema theater, the operational cost, electricity, theater rent, and etc. This is called operating leverage. So operating leverage takes only operating cost. That means it does not take interest and depreciation. So operating leverage is equal to percentage change in EBIT divided by percentage change in sales, that is our contribution divided by EBIT. So it explains to use the fixed operating cost to magnify the effect of change in sales on its earning before interest and tax. Let us see an example on operating leverage. For example, when sales are 10,000, variable cost is 5,000, fixed cost is 3,000 and earning before interest tax is 2,000. We know the formula of operating leverage. Earning percentage change in sales, percentage change in EBIT divided by percentage change in sales. So here operating leverage equal to 25% divided by 10%. When two data are not given, we have to do contribution divided by EBIT. 5,000 divided by 2,000 equal to, we get the same. So you have learned, higher the fixed cost, higher will be the leverage. If leverage is high, up to certain point it is beneficial and after that it is risky. So higher the fixed cost, BEP will be higher and margin of safety will be higher and risk will be higher. We know we have learned from the costing break-even point. It is the point where fixed cost equal to contribution. For finding operating break-even point, we have to do fixed cost divided by contribution per unit. When it comes, we have to find an amount. The formula is fixed cost divided by PV ratio. When fixed cost equal to contribution, here sales is 10,000, variable cost is 5,000, we get EBIT as 0. We know degree of leverage, operating leverage equal to contribution divided by EBIT. That is 5,000 divided by 0, that is equal to infinity. So it is undefined at break-even point. When fixed cost is greater than contribution, we get EBIT as 1000. So degree of operating leverage is equal to 6000 by 1000, which is positive. So degree of operating leverage is positive when fixed cost is greater than contribution. When fixed cost is less than contribution, EBIT will be negative. So 4000 divided by minus 1000 equal to minus 4. So it is negative at a break-even point. When sales increases, EBIT increases, and when EBIT increases, degree of operating leverage reduces. Degree of operating leverage is undefined at break-even point. When degree of operating leverage is negative when below break-even point. Degree of operating leverage is positive above break-even point. Degree of operating leverage decrease as sales increases because risk also reduces. We have already discussed in previous problems. So leverage explain, use fixed cost up to certain point. After certain point it would be become heavy risky. So it says take risk up to certain point. The word financial means usually which are expressed in terms of money. When it comes particularly, it is nothing but interest. So ability of a firm to use interest cost to magnify the effects of EBIT or operating profits on the earning per share. It says use give debentures up to certain point where earning per share will be increased. Earning per share will be increased, and don't give debentures where earning per share decrease after certain point of time. Take risk up to certain point of time. Financial leverage also says. Financial leverage. Percentage change in EPS divided by percentage change in EBIT. How we got this formula? We have seen in a definition, that is to magnify the effect of EPS or EBIT. So percentage change in EPS divided by percentage change in. When two data are given, use this formula. When one data is given, formula is earning before interest tax divided by EBT. Here EBT excludes both interest and preference dividend. You may get doubt why we use preference divided by 1 minus tax rate. See, we have to find EBT, that means earning before tax. We calculate preference dividend after calculating tax. So in order to come before tax rate, we have to divide preference dividend by 1 minus tax rate. Suppose we have given 70 rupees as preference dividend and tax rate is 30%. Here 70 equal to preference dividend, and before tax rate now, that's 30% tax rate, that is 70 100 how much, just cross multiply, you get the same formula, preference dividend divided by 1 minus tax rate. So if DFL is higher, fixed interest charges are also higher. DFL is nothing but financial leverage. How to find financial break-even point? Financial break-even point is the point where surplus of earning before interest on tax is used for paying interest and a preference dividend before interest. So formula is interest plus preference dividend divided by 1 minus tax rate. You already learned why we have used 1 minus tax rate. Combined leverage is nothing but financial leverage into operating leverage. It includes of both financial and operating leverage. We learned that combined leverage equal to operating leverage into financial leverage. We know financial leverage formula, that is EBIT divided by EBT. When it comes to operating leverage, contribution divided by EBT. When we multiply both, EBIT will be get cancelled, and the formula is contribution divided by EBT. When it comes, when two data are given, we know financial leverage formula is percentage change in EPS divided by percentage change in EBIT. When it comes to operating leverage, percentage change in EBIT divided by percentage change in sales. So here EBIT will be get cancelled, and the formula is percentage change in EBIT divided by percentage change in sales. EBT here nothing but percentage change in EPS. we know operating leverage equal to percentage change in EBIT divided by percentage change in sales. When it comes to financial leverage, formula is percentage change in EPS divided by percentage change in EBIT. When it comes to combined leverage, percentage change in EPS divided by percentage change in sales. So these are the formulas you have to remember, and the leverage says take risk up to certain point of time, and if you does not take risk, it is also risky for a company, because earning per share automatically will be reduced without using interest. We have to say debt is justified when return on capital employed is greater than interest rate, and when return on capital employed is less than interest rate, we have to say it is unfavorable, because debt is compulsory. If debt is not paid, it is considered as huge mistake. If dividend is not paid for equity shares, they can adjust, but debenture holder does not adjust, he may go for a quote. So if return on capital employed is greater than interest rate, it is favorable. When return on capital employed is less than interest rate, it is unfavorable. So you have to say to the theater owner, you can use a debt up to certain point of time, because the sales of ticket nowadays is very low when compared to previous period. So use debt, use the benefit of get the benefit of leverage, but up to certain point of time, where EPS will be increased, that is maximized. So you have to say to theater owner, you can do, but use a fixed cost up to certain point of time, that is nothing but interest. Thank you. If you like the video, just subscribe it, and if you want to share it to your friends, you can share it. Thank you.